Hello, my beautiful mystic hearts. Welcome to today's love reading. Okay, so I was getting a bit of a frustrated feeling as I'm sitting down to do this message today as I was actually preparing for it. So I think that whoever this main collective is, I think that you are probably feeling a little bit frustrated. And I don't think it's with necessarily just with this connection with the person who's on your mind, but I also think that there might be a few things going on around your life at the moment, which you could feel a little bit stuck with, which you could be feeling a little bit stagnant at the moment, a bit frustrated with things. So I would imagine if that's the case, I also get the feeling like you might be going through some quite significant change in your life at the moment as well. So let's just see what the cards bring through and just see what messages actually do come through today. I will say as well that this will be a you versus them today. This morning, I'll actually do I'll tap into your energy to start with, and then we'll have a look at what's going on, and then we'll get into the person on your mind as well. So given that I've been called to the pink cards this morning, it will be the divine feminine that I'm going to be tapping into first, and then we'll then get into the divine masculine after that and see what's going on. So let's get into it. All right, so this beautiful divine collective, this beautiful divine feminine collective, what is currently going on with this connection, really? What's happening? All right, so we've already got cards flying out at me. So we've got the golden mirror. So self-absorbed narcissist, one-side relationship, love bombing. Not necessarily resonating with the narcissist word there, but potentially, sort of self-absorbed, one-sided. But let's get here. I will also split the deck here as well, just to get your overall ruling energy, and then we'll finish off getting your top row here. Well, let's have a look. All right, so we've got boat, and then we've got girl with a snake. So receiving what you need, progression, arriving, moving on, closure issues. So this is what I was picking up on, is I think that there is quite a lot of change going on around your life, which I do think you are feeling a little bit stagnant with, a little bit stuck, a bit frustrated, but you are really trying to move onto more calmer waters. So I always see the Six of Swords card whenever I see this card here, this boat, and it's very much you coming out of especially within the mind, right? So it's that real swords card, that real mind card, really coming out of quite a tumultuous time in your life, and really trying to coming into calmer waters, calmer seas, and a much more soothed energy is what I'm feeling. Or that's at least what you're trying to get to, is you're trying to get to that more soothed energy. So trying to get out there, trying to, receive what you want, progression, arriving. I still think that you're on that boat journey though at the moment. So you're still on that journey through to that more soothed frame of mind. Like I said, I just feel that there's a lot of change going on around you at the moment. And I think that's probably very positive as well. I do think it's positive. I don't think this is negative. I just feel that there's quite you're in flux at the moment. Like there's just a lot of things going on around you. We've got girl with a snake here. So empath, narcissist paradigm, being charmed or use enabled boundaries. I'm getting the feeling that this is to do with karmic relationships around your life. And that there really has been girl with a snake here, as in someone, so this is like that real fake empath card, as in someone, has been around you, they've really gained your trust, they've come across as a really caring, really in tune type of a person, and they've really ended up turning out to be this girl or this person with a snake, not necessarily a girl, but it could be a feminine energy, but really, I'm just getting this sense that this is very much karmic relationships around you, that you were really starting to close out and move on from. And I think that's also to do with this boat as well. So, and this may not necessarily just be people around your life who you thought you could trust, but have turned out to be that you can't trust them. They've actually shown their true colors, is what I just heard. You've got people around you which are showing their true colors. But this also could be also other karmic relationships, like job loss as well. I'm hearing some things around job, around your career as well. Things to do with potentially a job path, a career. something that you thought that you had a lot of trust in, that you thought really this will be it, and it's actually turned out to really not be what you thought it would be. And this is what you're trying to soothe out at the moment. You're actually really in that state of flux is what I'm feeling a little frustrated, but really trying to soothe out from this from these energies. And also really too, I was just straight away just drawn to that boundaries card as well. So really learning how to put up boundaries, which will come, come from, inner work, inner child work, shadow work, really starting to learn how to put up boundaries with these types of people as well, is what I'm hearing, which is good, very positive energy. But that narcissist, the word narcissist has come out a couple of times here. So let's get into it. All right, so let's get your top row. What have we got? So we've got date night, meeting someone new, getting back out there. And we've got the mirror. Then we've got the axe, so separation, stopping the pattern. All right, and then we've got Grim Reaper, or the Death card. As my owl just fell straight on top of that, you might really resonate with owls, this collective. That might actually be one of your spirit signs, your spirit symbols might actually be an owl. But let's get into this. So this is really what's around you at the moment, in particular with this person on your mind, right? So I think that this person really was quite self-absorbed when you were first in alignment. So I'm just adjusting the blanket here. It's very cold here in this part of Australia that I'm in at the moment. Oh gosh, I think it's probably about 3 or 4 degrees at the moment where I am. So very, very cold. All right, so we've got the golden mirror, self-absorbed narcissist. Like I said, I do think that the person on your mind, when you were in contact with this person, in connection, I think you do think that they were very self-absorbed, that this really was quite a one-sided relationship with this person. I don't necessarily think that this person is a narcissist. I know that word is used a lot. But definitely, I think quite self-absorbed. So I'm feeling quite probably a little emotionally immature as well. Probably there was a little bit of love bombing here when the two of you were first brought into alignment, first brought into union. But yes, I definitely think that this person probably didn't make you feel very much like a priority at all. Like that there were a lot of things ahead of you. I'm hearing that for a lot of things. So probably, friendships, as well, not necessarily love connections, but definitely friendships, family, that kind of thing. Yes, and I do think that they really were quite self-absorbed. I'm seeing these look like roses here. I don't know if I've ever actually noticed that before about this card. So I think roses are probably or flowers are quite relevant to this collective. But I definitely do think that there was quite a bit, or you're looking back at this connection now and you're just thinking, look, was it just all love bombing? Like, is that all that it was? Was that when we first were brought into union, first connected? Was it actually just love bombing? Was this just a karmic relationship? Really, I think that you go in and out quite a lot with that. Was this actually just a karmic relationship, or was this truly my person? Was this a divine connection? And then we've got here date night. So meeting someone new, getting back out there, plan setting a date. I'm getting a couple of things for this. I think potentially you're thinking about this, about actually getting back out there, maybe actually putting yourself back onto a dating site maybe, or maybe you've just done this. I'm also getting the sense of maybe something like a blind date, or someone like a friend's trying to set you up on something as well. I just heard that. That'll resonate, I'm sure, for someone. But really just getting out there and dating someone. I don't think potentially seriously, but maybe just getting back out there. I'm also seeing getting back out there with friends card as well. So potentially you are just trying to, like I said, trying to soothe your emotion right now, trying to move into those calmer waters, and from a very tumultuous time. I'm also hearing though that you are wanting this this masculine this divine masculine, or the person that you're kind of coming in and out of here, is that you're actually wanting this date night with this masculine. You're really wanting this masculine to reach out um, to you to actually plan this. Is you're really, I'm seeing my coffee cup card as well with this. But then we've got mirror. So when we've got mirror, self-image, relationship. So I think that this connection that this masculine really did for the very first time mirror back to you all of those wounds that you do need, or you did need to heal out. Like I said, I think that you have been really focusing in the last little while very much on your shadow work, though, very much looking at that inner child work, healing. Also very focused on your spiritual path too. I'm hearing that as well. And that really none of that happened before this masculine. And I think that that's sort of really where I'm feeling a little bit confused, a little bit frustration is coming out of, is that I also think that the time is a big factor here as well. I think it's been a little while since you've heard from this masculine. And I think that that's really playing on your mind as well. Is really like, if this masculine really is my divine counterpart, where is he? Is what I'm hearing. But I think definitely for the very first times, this masculine really did reflect back to you those wounds that really had to be healed out. And I don't think that you've really done a lot of introspection or a lot of healing work, a lot of shadow work before you met this masculine, which I'll be honest, really is the job of a divine counterpart. That's really is one of the markers, right? Is that you do meet this person typically at a very broken time in your life, and they really do reflect back to you all of those things that need to be changed, need to be healed, needed to be upgraded from. And I think that that's what happened here. I'm also hearing as well that you're hoping that this masculine is also mirroring that as well, that he's also going through their own journey, is what I'm hearing, that you're hoping that this masculine is also going through something similar, that they're awakened to this journey. But this here, so this just confirms it, right? So you definitely have broke up. You're definitely in separation, and I think that whatever happened here between the two of you, it was this is a really like the axis for me. It's quite a traumatic separation. I'll be honest. It's an axing out. It really is silent treatment. So probably this masculine blocked you, or you've got this masculine blocked as well. I think that it certainly feels like it. I think that this happened quite suddenly, and it was very, whatever happened here, I'm also seeing my 5 of Wands card as well. So I think there was a lot of conflict here. I think whatever happened was very quick, very sudden, and also just very painful. I'm just hearing it was really messy, and it really did make you feel very quite abandoned here. And I'm just seeing this silent treatment, which really leads me to think that that there's been a blocking here. Maybe you don't have any access to this masculine socials, or vice versa. Maybe you've actually got both of them blocked. Maybe you did feel the need to actually block this masculine, given the breakup that happened here. But then we've got the Grim Reaper. So the relationship is over, no second chance, grow and transform your life. I think that this is to do with this breakup, right? Is that this was this axing, this Grim Reaper, relationship is over. I think potentially one of you said to each other, both of you might have said, look, there's no second chances here. We're out, it's done. I feel though that either one of you or both of you was actually feeling quite a lot of sorrow. I'm feeling quite sadness about this, that these really harsh words were spoken when the two of you went into separation. I'm also being reminded to tell you as well that everything has to happen for a reason. That even though this was a really, really nasty breakup, is what I'm hearing. I think there were a lot of really negative words that were exchanged here. Oh, look, we've got separation. on the bottom here as well. So separation, missing you, thinking about you, yearning, unsure of the future. I think you're both mirroring each other here. I don't think that this is one-sided when it comes to this missing you, thinking about you, yearning. And I think that both of you are really reminiscing. I'm seeing my Six of Cups card as well, really reminiscing about how this ended, about the breakup, about really what ultimately put you both into separation. But I'm hearing as well, I just get this overall sense of everything has to happen for a reason. It all happened. Yes, it may have been painful. We've got ascending and also the clock here as well, but that's way too many. I'm hearing that it all had to happen exactly as it happened. I'm hearing that you know that as well. I think you might just need to have that confirmed, I'm hearing, but it all had to happen exactly the way that it did. All right, so then we've got golden mirror, so very love bomby. Just get a card to just confirm this. All right, but then we've got ascending. So you're ascending out of this. And so once again, it's that real Six of Swords energy, just really ascending through. So learning, expansion, new phase, also preparing for union. I'm seeing that as well. But I think that this is really just an energy that you're trying to really just ascend from. I'm hearing about these kind of, one-sided, self-absorbed people that you tend to attract into your life, is that you're really trying to transition out of that, truly trying to ascend past it. And this is part of really that inner healing work that you've been doing, about really examining the reasons as to why you continually do call into your life these really quite one-sided relationships, and not just in romantic relationships and with this connection, but just in general. I think that you do tend to be a person who's a bit of an overgiver. I just heard that word straight away. And I think that you're really starting to reflect onto the reasons as to why you do that, which also comes down to it's a bit of a people-pleasing energy as well, and the need to be constantly validated from others. I'm hearing that you're probably a person that likes that overgives in order to receive that validation. But what ends up happening is that because you end up attracting in these one-sided types of relationships, and definitely in romantic relationships, I'm hearing, is that all that happens is you just get really burnt out and just really stuck in these kind of connections, and that you don't feel that that's ever given back to you, that's mirrored back to you again. And so really, I think this is what you've been doing a lot of work on, is to really, it's why does this happen? Why do you constantly need that approval from others? Is what I'm hearing. What are your needs as to why you constantly feel like you have to overgive? And this is really what you're trying to transcend out of here. I'm also seeing, I don't normally see this either, but I'm just seeing these balloons with this little girl here as well. So it's really is just reminding me very much of that inner child work, just getting very much in back in contact with, with your inner child, with that little girl. But also balloons. Why do I feel like you've just had a birthday party, or it's about to be a birthday party, something to do with balloons? Am I something a little bit random? Something to do with balloons here. All right, so we've got date night, but then we've got mask. Yeah. So not showing true feelings, hiding, person deluded, gaslighting. So this is this masculine. Like I said, I do think that you're starting to get back out, or you're thinking about maybe getting back out there. But also this is this date night. This is this message, this coffee cup that you're really hoping happens with this masculine. It's like, where is he? Like, why isn't he coming through? Is what I'm hearing. And you're feeling that this person, this masculine on your mind, is still holding his cards quite close to his chest here. So he's really not showing his true feelings. That that, and I think too, you're probably feeling a little bit gaslit yourself, like as in, am I a bit delusional? You might be actually gaslighting yourself. I'm just hearing on this, but definitely, this hasn't come through yet. This date, this coffee cup, this communication from this masculine, and you do definitely think that. I'm hearing that you think that he wants to come through, but that there's a serious blocker here, that there's blockers going on with this masculine, are preventing this from happening, that are preventing him from actually showing his true feelings. So we'll get into the masculine in a little bit, and just to see what's really going on there. All right, this mirror. All right, mirror, our karmic relationships. So very interesting. So this is exactly what I was talking about. So this is those karmic relationships in your life that you are really trying to cut out. I'm seeing that real cleansing clear card, right? Just really getting rid of these karmic relationships. And this is all around that, that self-image, that reflection that you've been doing. Like I keep saying, this shadow work that you've been doing. And this is that journey that you've been on, that real introspection, and this is really you letting go of those karmic relationships, that real cleansing, clear feeling, and really stepping into self-love for the first time as well. I also think that sometimes you do think, look, was this a karmic relationship with this masculine or not? But I would say here, I mean, this, for fear of to keep repeating myself, but as I've said, is that this masculine really has mirrored back to you for the very first time all of this karmic energy that was around you, all of these triggers, all of these really, these wounds that had to be healed out, and that is what true divine connections do. Is they do this. This is their job. This is why we're brought into union for that first time with that masculine or that feminine, vice versa, is to really mirror this back, really highlight those issues that have to be healed out. And then to ultimately step into your mission work, into your path, into that connection with the divine. The divine, I'm talking about, the universe, God, whoever you pray to up there. Beautiful, really beautiful energy, I do have to say. A bit frustrating, I know, but beautiful. Oh, and at the bottom here, we've got chaser. So we've got chaser, codependent relationship, fear, abandonment issues, just to confirm the energy that you were in this relationship. And this is, just to further confirm, this beautiful healing work that you've been doing, really healing out your codependency. That real fear of abandonment, fear of, not being accepted by others, your need to overgive, that then, of course, then just keeps attracting in these very one-sided relationships, with people who can be a little, not narcissists, but can be a little narcissistic. We will always just keep attracting in that type of energy until our own shadow is healed. It just keeps getting highlighted to us, relationship after relationship, karmic situation after karmic situation. It just keeps getting highlighted to us until we heal it out. So really beautiful energy. Very, very tricky. Look, it's not, the healing journey, our mission, our road to our mission work is really not easy. That's too many cards, way too many cards. It's not easy. I'm not for a second saying it's easy, but it is beautiful that this is what you're going through at the moment. All right, so axe. Well, that's interesting. So now we've got engagement ring here. Partnership, commitment, eternity, complication. I have a funny feeling that there was some serious commitment that was discussed here. So when I was saying that, that it was a really painful separation, I think it was so painful and that this happened very suddenly. And I think that the separation between the two of you happened very suddenly. And I think one of the reasons why it was so painful is because that there was serious commitment discussed here. I think that, and this comes down to that whole love bombing thing as well, as you're probably thinking to yourself, look, was this just a love bombing? You know, was there any substance to this at all, or was this just a karmic, you know, love bombing connection? Is I think what you're talking about. But this will, I mean, it doesn't surprise me. I mean, you could potentially have been engaged. I don't know if you were necessarily engaged or not, or if this was just potentially spoken about. But I do think that there was an understanding between the two of you here that this would be a very serious connection. And it's not to say, I think that also you saw, you know, in your mind as well, I think that you saw the connection that I think it was probably shown to you as well when you first met this person, is what the future would be between the two of you, which I think is probably now you're just asking yourself, oh, was completely delusional, you know, in thinking that? And I'm being told to remind you as well that, look, things are revealed to us, but we don't know the timeline. And just because the time hasn't happened, just because this hasn't come back into alignment again within the time frame that you believe that it should be, doesn't that doesn't mean that you're crazy or that this wasn't real. Just because the timing that you've got in your mind isn't aligning. So this really might be a test, divine feminine, you know, as part of your shadow work, as part of stepping into your right path in life, into your mission work, is around patience potentially. I'm just hearing that it really could be a time for you to really be examining patience. All right, which would really resonate for whoever this reading is. You probably already know that about yourself, that you tend to be quite an impatient person, which could be really, this really could be quite a test for you, to be honest. Okay, so we've got the Grim Reaper. Way too many cards. Just get that back into, oh, I'm just wrecking everything here. Okay. All right, Grim Reaper. And then we've got Healing Heart. So that's, yeah, like I said, this was a really, oh, and look at the card that's just come up at the bottom. Twin Flames. So take that as you will, divine feminine, but the twin flame card has come up on the bottom here. So look, it doesn't not surprise me that this card has come up. Given what I'm seeing here, I would imagine I am speaking with a twin flame connection here. You know, with all of this energy here, you know, with this mirroring back and this, you know, this beautiful healing work you've been doing, spiritual work you've been doing, spiritual alignment. I'm hearing you're coming into spiritual alignment as well. So, you know, very much with your mission work. I just keep hearing this mission work, what you're supposed to be doing with this world, how you're supposed to be making this world a better place. Also spiritually as well. You're just very much coming into balance is what I'm hearing, into that inner union, you know, that whole yin and yang, masculine, feminine within all of us. So that real inner union is what you're coming into. But also healing heart as well. So this is, you know, under that Grim Reaper. So like I said, I think this was a very, very difficult breakup. I think that there was a lot of pain here, especially, you know, that it was literally axed out, right? Very, very painful. But this is what you're healing from, right? So free from toxic relationships. Addictions may have also really played a part here as well, which wouldn't surprise me. You know, when two twin flames, you know, when you meet your divine counterpart, you are so broken at that point, and so is the masculine. Both the feminine and masculine energies are so broken, probably even more broken than you even realized at the time. And so it wouldn't surprise me if addictions of some sort really played into this connection as well. I'm hearing something to do with sexuality as well. I just heard that something to do with addictions and sexuality as well. So take that as that means to you. But this is what you're really healing heart. This is really what you're trying to transform, move into calmer waters. Like I said, this is a real cleansing and clearing time you're going through. Okay, beautiful. All right, so that is your energy. We'll definitely know if this is your collective or not by now. So I want to get just a couple of animal cards for you. I just want to see what you're focusing on at the moment, and then I'm going to get the tarot. But I do want to definitely get animal cards for you. So I'll just get the Beast of Albion deck here, and I'll also be referring to the book. I'll get the book for you as well, so you get the guiding messages from that. Sorry, I should probably put you on pause just then, but anyway, here we are. So I just want to see this beautiful feminine collective. I just want to see really just the energy around you, what you're working on in your, your healing journey, what's going on with you. What are you focusing on at the moment? All right, so then we've got the eagle as the first card here. So we've got number 35. So 35 could be really relevant to this collective. 3 and 5 also equals 8. So 8 could be really relevant for you as well. The month of August, I'm hearing. But number 35, so you could live at number 35. Unit 3 at number 5. Okay, cool. Yeah, so you know what I'm saying. But look, we'll get this here. So that looks like the hawk. So birds could be really relevant to this collective. I'm also hearing feathers as well, birds or feathers. You might have just found a really beautiful feather, I'm hearing. But this might be really, really relevant to you. I've got a lot of feathers here. Feathers are quite an important symbol to myself as well. But feathers are all around protection as well. So divine protection with feathers. So like I said, you might have actually found a feather, or you might find a feather. Okay, so the eagle. Let me just find this here. So the eagle represents the triumph of mind and spirit over physical restrictions and the strength of mind to gain and use power. It may also represent the need to renew your life by attaining spiritual insight and freedom from the restraints of the everyday world. The eagle has the ability to perceive and understand the true nature of all things, but it may also have a tendency towards excessive pride in its abilities. All right, so this is definitely to do with your mission work. Like I said, I think that you are really starting to really step into that strength of mind, and also just spiritually. I just think that you are really stepping into such a, I want to use the word enlightened. I don't normally use that word, but I just think that there's been just such a focus for you at the moment to really really understand your spiritual connection, or your I'll get my words out in a second, your connection with spirit, really soaring high, above the world is what I'm hearing. Really what you need to do to start soaring in life. I'm also feeling as well, this is to do with your pentacle path as well. So when I first sat down, I first picked up that potentially there has been something to do with your pentacle path, something to do with either your pentacle path was quite, or you saw it as, or you do see it, I'll get my words out, you do see it as quite a karmic type of a job, that it's not really what you should be doing. And I think that this is really what's under examination at the moment, is really what is it going to take in life to really make you soar like the eagle, to really fly high is what I'm hearing. I always say the eagle is a very intuitive card as well. So also a card of protection, but also very intuitive, which also speaks to your mission work, what really are, you know, which is what you're focusing on, right? I'm also seeing this tree in the background as well. So you could be really very connected to nature. Or maybe it's time for you to get back out into the nature, actually have a chat to the trees, is what I'm hearing. Go and have some time with the trees. It's a bit of a random thing to say, but it's beautiful getting out in the forest, getting out with the trees. It's really beautiful, just really touching nature, really communing with spirit is what I'm hearing. All right, so the next card here for you, beautiful feminine. All right, so what have we got? So we've got the wren, all right, which is another bird. So I think the birds are very relevant for this collective. Birds and feathers, like I just kept hearing. But this is the wren. So the number 9 could also be really relevant as well. That could really resonate. Maybe the month of September. All right, but the number 9. So the wren represents the end of one cycle and the beginning of a new one. Oh, there you go. You can't make this stuff up, seriously. It's quite magic that's come out. Or the death of old ideas and values and the intellectual stimulation into new challenges. So this is this death and rebirth card that I kept seeing. This is this cleansing clear that you're going through, really stepping into this beautiful new phase of your life. It can also mean the ambition to help others. There you go, mission work, but with an inbuilt need for recognition and status. The wren has the ability to release the past, leaving itself untethered to take on each new cycle in its life. So this is really, this is just confirming, this is really you stepping into your abundant path. And when I say abundance, I don't necessarily just mean pentacles. This is just to do with everything, emotional abundance within your mind. So really becoming, a master of your thoughts, a master of your emotion, just a lot of abundance, and just really calling in. I'm hearing just a lot of really positive energy around you, really getting rid of karmics, closing out those karmic cycles that you've just repeated, really lifetime after lifetime, I'll be honest, but definitely in this life. And just really stepping into such a beautiful, abundant energy, but also confirming that this is just, that cleansing clear card, the death and rebirth card. Also, too, I'm just seeing this little, I'm guessing, I straight away, whenever I saw that, whatever's in the mouth here, it's probably a seed or something along those lines. But straight away, I just saw the Ace of Pentacles straight away. So I think that the universe is really trying to grant you something here, the Ace of Pentacles. It's a card of miracles, that Ace of Pentacles. It's a real gift from the universe. Something that's very grounded, very stable, something that takes a long time to come in, but that when the Ace of Pentacles comes through, it really does feel like a miracle. All right. And so, okay, I'm going straight to the book again. Okay. All right. And then so one last card just for your current energy or just what's around you at the moment. Oh, then we've got the wolf. Beautiful energy. So number 28. So wolves probably really resonate with this collective. I'm also seeing as well, in both of these cards, they look like snowflakes as well. So that might really resonate with whoever this collective is, with this beautiful divine collective here. The number 28 might also really resonate, or I'm seeing the 28th of the 9th as well. That could be a birthday here, 28th of the 9th or the 28th of August. Oh, sorry, not of August, of September. The 9th is September, or it could be 29th of the 8th. So the 29th of August, potentially as well. But we've got this wolf here, which is, once again, to me, the wolf is a very spiritual, very protective card. Like I said, I think the wolf will really resonate with whoever this collective is. But the number 28. All right, so the wolf is a teacher, and it represents the importance of community and the ability to cooperate with others. It can also symbolize interaction with others in the form of guidance and teachings. So you must be stepping, and this is to do with your mission work, so you must be a teacher of some sort. You've probably been, I'm hearing, a teacher lifetime after lifetime. The wolf has a strong personality, often using its abilities for the good of society, but it also carries the potential for destructiveness if allowed to become too dominant. So this will be part of your shadow work as well. You're probably a very quite a dominant person. Actually, dominant is probably the wrong word. I'm hearing that you can be. Also, I don't. I feel I don't want to give off the impression like I don't feel like aggressive or dominant, but maybe you can really speak before you're actually thinking about things, is what I'm hearing. So you have the ability to do that, and it can be a little bit destructive. I'm also seeing the word destructiveness with this card as well. So also just to do with, you know, those addictions and things, which I do definitely think played a part in this connection, but all part of the shadow work that you're working through. But definitely around teaching. So I do think that you are very divinely protected at the moment with the wolf, but also to do with teaching. So I do think you are a teacher, which means you're probably a healer of some sort as well. You could be a reader as well. You might even be thinking about getting online. You are online yourself and actually teaching, providing teachings to people. There could also be something to do with teaching you've been thinking about doing for a long time. Maybe it's not necessarily spiritual teaching, but maybe teaching of something else that you've also been thinking about, which I'm just hearing that this is also part of your mission work that you should really be engaging with, is what I'm hearing. But just very beautiful energy with that wolf. So yeah, just with the eagle and the wolf. Just very, very, I'm just getting the sense you're very, very spiritually attuned, or you're certainly learning to do that. You're really getting in touch with your team, with your spirit team, with the universe as well. So beautiful energy. All right. Okay. So let's, I want to get the tarot. Okay, before we get into the masculine, I actually want to get the tarot. Well, I want to see. No, actually, no. Maybe we will get into the masculine. We will. I will get the tarot, but maybe we'll get that for some guiding messages after. Let's get into the masculine. Just going to ring out your energy there, because I want to get into the masculine now. So what's happening with the masculine on your mind at the moment? All right, let's go. All right. How is this masculine currently seeing this connection? All right, that's really what we need to know. How is this masculine seeing this connection? All right, that was no contact. There's way too many cards, but no contact. All right, how is this masculine seeing this connection? Gosh, they're being picky here. All right, we've got karma, divine intervention, facing their demons. And And one last one, please. One last one. Okay, all right. So this is how this masculine is currently seeing this connection. What have we got here? Pretty sure this card came out. So we've got spiritual attack, intervention. We do have soul contract, so soulmates, partnership. We've got love affair. Then we've got making it rain. All right, so this is your top row here. So this we've specifically asked, how is this masculine seeing this connection? This is what it is. So straight away, soul contract, right? So straight away my eyes, and I'm sure your eyes were drawn to that card as well. This masculine sees you as his divine, as his soul contract, that the two of you were brought into union for a very good reason, that the two of you were supposed to meet, you were supposed to have spiritual union, that there has been that there was an agreement between the two of you for quite some time, lifetime after lifetime. So definitely the masculine knows how special this connection is. He does. But we've got spiritual attack here. So karma, divine intervention, facing their demons. So just as you are going through a real cleansing and clear phase, so is this masculine. So it doesn't surprise me. So you got the mirror card, and that you are hoping that the masculine is mirroring you in this journey. It looks like he is. I keep saying he and she as well. I don't mean to upset anyone when I say that either. By no means is this a gendered reading. When I'm saying he, I'm referring to the masculine. It doesn't actually matter which vessel you're in, though. You could identify either with a masculine or a feminine energy. It just depends on what kind of trauma, what kind of veil you're wearing. So either you identify as a runner, or is that more avoidant type of energy, or you identify with the chaser, or that real fear of abandonment type energy. And typically, the fear of abandonment, that chaser energy really is assigned to the feminine, and the masculine typically wears that real avoidant veil, typically. So there'll be a reason why I just had to digress there, but this is definitely the masculine in this case, the masculine wearing that real avoidant veil. So we've got karma, divine intervention here, facing the demon. So I think that this masculine definitely knows that meeting you, being brought into union with you, really was divine intervention, that you guys were to meet, that there was a soul contract here between the two of you, and that this connection has really pushed this masculine to facing the demons, just like they have with you. So really facing into their karmic cycles. I'm seeing this word spiritual attack though. So probably this masculine, since meeting you, probably has felt very much like they were under attack, or I shouldn't say since meeting you, since going into separation from you. The masculine probably has felt quite a bit cursed, I'll be honest, and that they have been under spiritual attack since you went into separation. And that is to be expected, I'll be honest, because what happens with the masculine is because the masculine just continues to avoid, just purely through the nature of the veils. Is it the feminine? Because of the nature of your veil, because you are that chaser, and because the masculine has withdrawn his energy, because he's not giving you that validation that you feel that you crave, or that you feel that you need. It just pushes you into examining those reasons, right, as to why you are sitting in that longing veil, why you have such a fear of abandonment. It really pushes you very, very quickly into examining those, and then pushes you straight immediately then into your journey, into your healing journey. The masculines, on the other hand, they don't want a bar of it, because they are avoiding, right? And they avoid for as long as they possibly can. And so what will happen though is the universe, God, whatever you resonate with, will continually put karmic relationships, karmic energies across their paths, which can be very, very difficult, to be honest, to deal with, until they finally face into their shadow, finally surrender to the journey, and then face into their shadow and then start to heal. And then, really start to, and when I'm saying healing, it's just not in the physical, and it's actually not just shadow work as such. It's also very much your spiritual path as well. So your connection through to source, which then ultimately then leads you into your mission work as well. But very much, that connection, healing that connection to source as well. There'll be a reason why I've done that big digression, but I think definitely this masculine has felt quite cursed, I just think that there's been a lot of karma going on with this masculine. Also, too, I will say this, I feel like I need to say this as well, is that the way the masculine left you as well, I think has also in itself brought on quite a bit of karma for this masculine. And the fact that the masculine that has been staying away, has not been addressing the issue, has not been clearing that slate with you, has not actually been clearing that karmic debt, really, that happens as a result of how he's treated you pretty much, and continues to stay in separation with you. I think that in itself has also been bringing about its own kind of karmic I don't know what the word is, but karma, definitely karma, is this masculine is experiencing as a result of it. And then we've got here, so we've got the X, so unfaithful love triangle, X in question. So I definitely think, so as part of this very painful breakup that you guys had, I do think that, that there was a love triangle of some sort. The masculine is probably even... and I don't mean this to be hurtful at all, but I do think that the masculine did probably choose another karmic situation over you, which is to be expected. It all has to happen for a reason. There will have been lessons that this masculine will have needed to have learnt that you, as the divine feminine, actually can't really teach, to be honest. Which is why karmics are brought in, but I definitely think that there was some sort of a love triangle here. And I think that this is what is going over in this masculine's mind. I think that there is a lot of regret here for how things ended with you, is what I'm hearing. A lot of regret. And of course, we've spoken about soul contract. When we've got so secret love affair, I really should probably switch these, because this is really what I'm thinking. So secretly, secrecy, third party hookup. Probably as well, this was probably a fairly short-lived romance between the two of you as well, I would say, just to confirm that. But I definitely think there was third-party interference here, which, as I said, I think there is some really deep regret here from this masculine. But then we've got making it rain, so manifesting abundance, legal matters, unexpected money. Just as you're stepping into your abundant path, starting to step into a really abundant path here, this masculine is also doing the same. I think you're very much mirroring each other here. So just as you have got to focus on really your path in life, on your career, I also think this masculine is as well. Also, we've got legal matters here. So legal matters might actually really play into that. You might have knowledge of this or have intuition around legality here, something to do with court. I'm also seeing my justice card here as well. So I think that court, something along those lines. All right. Let's get a couple of cards here. So spiritual attack. All right, and then we've got so stubborn, bossy, inflexible. Yep, so just really confirming this, is that the masculine, so this is all part of that, really that karmic energy that he's trying to clear out here, is around being quite selfish. So that card has come up here. So I think, so you saw this masculine as quite a a selfish type of a masculine, and I think that the masculine is also seeing themselves as that. I think it's just part of their, their red flags that they know about themselves, about, that shadow work that they're doing. You probably even had a discussion here around how potentially stubborn this masculine really is. Whenever I see this card too, I always see quite like a stubborn sort of a bull energy. So you could be dealing with a gosh, I get my words out. And so I was going to say air sign. You could be dealing with an air sign, but also an earth sign of some sort. So Taurus, I always see with that card, but it could be Capricorn as well, Virgo. But quite inflexible, quite bossy. All right, so we've got the X here. So we've got that word stubborn again that's come up. So you probably really are dealing with someone who is very stubborn, this masculine. But this push-pull, right? So power struggles, imbalance. I definitely think that there was a lot of imbalance here that this masculine is going over. So just as you are understanding the fact that you through your overly giving nature, that you keep calling in these people that I'll say it can actually really take advantage of you. The masculine understands that this is something that's in his shadow, is that he can actually be very quite selfish in connections, is what I'm hearing. And that really there was a lot of push, pull and imbalance that was caused as a result. I'm gonna say it, as a result of his selfish behavior. I do think that this masculine, when you met him, was like he understands this about himself. It's about really how his selfishness led to really a lot of damage here. All right, so we've got love affair. Oh, these are all just falling out. All right, I'm going to have to put you on pause just for one moment here while I pick up all these cards from the floor. Just one moment. All right, I'm back. So all of those cards just fell on the floor. So maybe your masculine's going through some real tower moment right now. But let's go. I think there'll be a reason why he's going through so much self-reflection as well. It'll be interesting to see what comes through in the tarot. All right, but we've got third party. There we go. So just confirming. So we've got distraction, so temptation, always busy. I just have to put something over this as well. But just to confirm, you were really made to feel very much like you were not a priority here. You really weren't. And let's be honest, like just through the selfishness here, through making you feel really like, like you didn't matter. I think that you really did at the time, but it's just this, this mask that this masculine was wearing. Just, there were just constant distractions here, constant temptation. Always busy, always making you feel like, just like you weren't a priority. This is all part of that real selfish type of behavior though, right? Which is all part of that shadow work that this masculine is working through. We just had stalking, unknown caller. I just wanted to flip up there. This is under soul contract. I'm not going to take it, but I certainly hope that this is not what this masculine is doing, is actually stalking you. But let's see if the card actually does come out. I hope that is not the energy that this masculine is in. It could be. Let's see. Oh, okay. All right. Twin flame. So we've got soul contract, and straight under that we've got twin flame. So the runner chase and divine timing. So everything we were talking about. So not only does this masculine see you as a soul contract, like you guys were supposed to meet again in this lifetime, but he also sees you as the twin flame. right? Which means that he is really activated to this journey. He understands, at least he understands about it, which would explain why he's really, really in this shadow work, really, really examining all of this stuff. Right, I feel very much like these two roads are a bit separate here. So we've got all of this energy, this push-pull, these distractions, the selfishness, that's the stubbornness, the fact that he feels cursed, like all of this is very much what this masculine is in deep reflection about. This is all of the shadow work that this masculine is currently doing. But this is really, soul contract twin flames. You were definitely reflecting each other with this. So in that regard, how you actually both view this connection is not one-sided. Okay, and then under making it rain, oh gosh, being very, very picky now all of a sudden. Making it rain, we'll take that one. So we've got conflict resolution, compromise, making amends, and then positive outcomes. So this is really, this is really what this masculine wants with you, right? Is that he really does want to make amends. He really does. So, compromising, conflict resolution. Like I said, I was very much seeing that conflict card, so that 5 of Wands energy. And this is really what this masculine wants to overcome here now. I definitely think he wants a positive outcome with you. I keep saying he, the masculine really wants this positive outcome here, which is positive. It's beautiful. It confirms so that you're both on the same page here. So yes, I understand that you are really frustrated, but you do both see each other in the same way, that there is a connection here, that, you both understand, how special this connection is between the two of you. Like I said, feminine, this is probably just a test for you at the moment, something you need to work through around your patience and also trusting in the divine. All right, but let's get the tarot here. Let's go to the tarot. Let's actually see. I want to see what's next for this connection. So how the universe is seeing this and really what's going to be next. So what does the universe want to tell us about this connection? What do your spirit teams, your angels want you to know about this connection? All right. Right, just getting your energy into these cards. We might just ring it out too. All right, let's get the tarot and see what comes through. This is a lover's deck, by the way, so it's cool to get this deck this morning. All right, so we've got the 10 of coins. In the reverse, though, doesn't surprise me. It's actually way too many. Gosh, this is really tricky today. It's way too many. Way too many. Let's go turn this card over, by the way. So we've got the 4 of staves, or the 4 of wands in reverse. 4 of arrows, or the 4 of swords in reverse. I hope we can fit everything here. Very limited real estate here, so just trying to get them all to fit in here. Got the Ace of Cups. And then the 7 of Cups. All right. Interesting cards. Okay, so we've got all right, so we'll just deal with this first top row here, if you can see this all. So the Ten of Cups in reverse. So this is your current, like your current energy around this, and this is for both of you, right? Is it? This is really could potentially be a Ten of Cups between the two of you. Sorry, Ten of Cups, a Ten of Coins, Ten of Cups as well, but Ten of Coins. So Ten of Coins is it really is that is the white picket fence card. That is all of your pentacles, that true abundance card. um, that's the white picket fence, the dog, the kids. When you're thinking of the traditional tarot, it's a really beautiful card. This is in the reverse though, right? Which means that there has just been a lot of blockers here with this connection. There's just been a lot of sorrow here, a lot of separation between the two of you. I just get the sense that it really could be a Ten of Coins, but it is a Ten of Coins in the reverse at the moment, because there's just work that has had to have been done. And you both know that, right? Like you both have had to heal out. You've both really had to come into really, inner union with source as well. That has really led to this Ten of Coins in the reverse. But it's a very sad card, that Ten of Coins in reverse. Like it's a lot of separation. Like it's not great energy. Ten of Coins in reverse. We've then got the Four of Staves in reversal. The Four of Staves is the Four of Wands. Now the Four of Wands is very much a twin flame card, right? So the fact that this has come up in the spread does not surprise me. And remember, this is actually how the universe is seeing your connection. It's a very much a marriage card. It's a twin flame card. Also, it's the 1111 card as well. So you could be seeing a lot of 1111s at the moment, a lot of angel numbers, a lot of synchronicities at the moment. Given that that's in the reverse though, then it just means that really there has been, once again, it's just confirming this has been a real blocker for you at the moment. So just really a lack of, I just want to say joy, but just there's been separation here. It's also the card as well, just like around divorce as well, because it's not the marriage in the upright, it's also divorce in reverse. So potentially there could have been divorce here as well, or maybe one or both of you were divorced when you actually came into union for the first time, or going through a divorce maybe. But this has definitely been a blocker here between the two of you. I mean, but we know that like there is a lot of separation here. So just confirming this, and it's been quite some time since you guys have been in union. Like there really hasn't been, a lot. Yeah, like there's just been quite a lot of separation for quite a while between the two of you, which we know, right? And we know the reasons around that. I'm just hearing though that everybody wants you guys to be in the upright. It's just at the moment you're just in the reverse. So we've got Four of Arrows here, but this is in the reverse. So this is actually positive, the fact that it's come out in the reverse, right? So the Four of Arrows is very much a card of just complete overwhelm, like to time out, you're just completely overwhelmed. You've got all of these arrows, coming straight through. It's like a real mind date card, to the point where you've just got to take time out. Really, kind of like it's a bit hermity as well, quite hermit energy. And you're sort of just really waiting, for this revelation, for this action to happen. But it's a very much an overwhelmed card. The fact that that's in reverse means that you are both starting to come out of this energy. So I think for a long time, both of you will have been in this real stuck energy, this real Four of Swords energy. Really feeling quite overwhelmed with anything, but I'm with everything, everything. But the fact that this has come out in the reverse means that you're actually both moving out of this energy now. You're moving out of this blockage, out of this being stuck. Right, which then moves us into then the Ace of Cups, and then we've got Seven of Wands, and this is really like around outcome, right? So we've got Ace of Cups. I mean, this is all around love. This is a love offer, right? And I'm just hearing that at the right time, there will be a love offer given here. Because then we've got the Seven of Cups, right? But the Seven of Cups is all around choices, right? Now, given that this isn't the outcome, I think that both of you are going to have significant choices here to make about each other. Also, it can also be a bit of like a third party kind of energy as well. Got all of these, being made to feel like a choice. But I don't think that this is not this card, given the position that it's in. This is really around you guys making healthier choices in life and making healthier choices to then move towards each other. I'll get another card to confirm this, but I just think that at the right time, the love offer will come through when you guys are actually in the frame of mind of actually making far healthier choices, both in your surroundings, but also to do with this connection as well, actually making healthier choices to in the way that you communicate with each other, in the way that you really treat each other. And when you're able to really make those choices, really, step into your divine energy, both of you, then this love offer will ultimately come through. All right, so we've got 10. So the 10 of Cups in reverse. We'll just get a quick card here to confirm this. Oh, but then we've got the Lovers here. So moving out of that, that reverse 10 of Cups. What have we got on the bottom here? We've got the 3 of Arrows. So that's a real heartbreak card as well. So interesting that would be the heartbreak card, that 3 of Arrows, that 3 of Swords coming up under this 10 of, this 10 of Coins in the reverse, or 10 of Pentacles, which is all around heartache. Like I said, there's been a lot of heartache here, a lot of separation here, which we know. Really a lot of anxiety. It's been a really tough energy, but despite it all, you guys have got you're soulmates, twin flames, soul connection. That's the Lover's card here. Despite all of this pain, I'm just hearing both of you understand how really special this connection is. You've just had healing to do. You've got to step into your mission work. You've had, both of you had to have been brought into separation for a reason. But the fact that the Lovers card has come out there is actually really quite special. I'm hoping you can see all those cards on camera there. I'm just having a quick look. Probably run out of space here, but that is the Lovers card there, just so you can see that. All right, so we've got the 4 of Staves. In the reverse. So you've actually got the 2, you've got the 4 of Staves, or the 4 of Wands, and you've also got the Lovers card here. So there's connection between the two of you. It's a very special connection. All right, we've then got, so there's the Judgment card, right? But then we've got the Judgment card now. That actually mostly came out in the reverse. It did come out on the side here, but mostly came out in the reverse. So, Judgment is all around, of course. So that's the Law card again as well. I just heard that straight away. So that's Law coming up here as well. So maybe there really has been, so the fact that that's been in reverse and it's come up as a blocker, maybe it, oh, sorry, not the Judgment. Sorry. I was seeing the Scales. This is the Judgment card. My apologies. So I really was seeing Justice, not Judgment, Justice. I was seeing the Justice card. So I do think definitely, and that we were talking about it here. So I definitely think that there have been things to do, legal issues that have been a blocker here. That will really resonate with whoever this collective is for. I definitely think that legal issues have played a serious part. However, this is Judgment, right, which came out in the reverse. So Judgment is all around your mission work, right? And so it's all around that call to action, stepping, your connection with Source, and really stepping into, the reason why you're here. Very much around a mission work card. So the fact that that's in reverse means that there have been blockers here, and potentially the fact that you haven't been fully stepped into your mission work, or fully in the understanding of really why you're on this planet, potentially has been a serious blocker here. And so maybe that's something that you really need to be focusing on. It's very much like, so what is your mission work like? And when we say that, like, how are you going to make this world a better place? Like, how are you giving back to this world, really? So maybe that's actually something you really need to be focusing on. I get the feeling like that's already a point of focus for you, but maybe it's something you really need to start to have confidence with, to really step into. All right, so we've got the Four of Arrows here. All right, I'm going to take that card, because then we've got Innocence. So just as I was saying, having the confidence to step through, that's the Fool's card, having the confidence to step through, to do what you need to do in this world. You're coming out of this of this blocked phase, out of this what's the word I'm looking for? This just such a feeling of being stuck, and you're coming out of that now. Like, it's that boat card that we saw, that also that Six of Swords energy, just really coming into soothing yourself into far calmer waters, and really just having the confidence to step up, just to step into this new phase of your life, is really what you're being urged to do. Have the confidence to step forward, and know that you're also divinely protected. I just heard that very strongly. Know that you are always divinely protected. If you're stepping into your path, into what you're supposed to be doing, there will always be guidance and help there for you to do it. Ace of Cups. So this is this love offer. Oh, that's actually too many cards. No, that. All right, and then we've got Contemplation. All right, so this is the Hermit card, right? So you could be doing, so Hermit card is also the Virgo card as well. So you really could be dealing with an earth sign here, but this is also, it's the Hermit energy, right? So, which I think that you're both still thinking about this, you're still, which means it could be a little while before this still comes in yet, considering you're both still sort of sitting in this Hermit energy. You're still both reflecting. I think that these two rows here are very, very relevant to each other, especially, so around about, making healthier choices, real deep reflection still, before this love offer can come through. But I'm also just hearing that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. So I'm always reminded, with the Hermit, right? It's in the traditional tarot. He's like holding a like a lantern, and I'm just seeing that in my mind, and I'm just hearing that there's always light at the end of the tunnel. The love offer will come through at the right time. All right, and then just so healthier choices. So this Seven of Cups energy. There's the Justice card. There it is. But in the reverse, this has come through, which means that there's I'm definitely feeling that there's been a lack of justice in this connection for sure, due to these, due to these choices that were made in this connection. But I definitely think that there has been something to do with legal matters here. I saw it and now it's come out in this, right? So the justice card in reverse. Um, I definitely think that there has been something to do with legal matters, which will be then playing in the fact that this is coming up under healthier choices. If there's not legal matters and it's just justice in general, right, especially around this connection, right, this lack of justice that's been here, and that these healthier choices that have to be made to really turn this justice card into the upright. This I'm also hearing as well, this could play into that whole addictions thing, as well. Legal matters, addictions, that kind of thing, has really led to some very unhealthy choices being made, and this real injustice that's happened as a result of this connection, and also legal matters as well, is what I'm hearing. But once this can be sorted out, once these healthier choices are made, then this can happen. This love offer can come through, is what I'm hearing. All right, and for some reason, I just heard I need to just get just a couple of message cards through from the masculine as well. Just a couple of message cards here, and then that will be it. That will actually be it for the reading. All right, a couple of message cards, not a lot. I just feel like there's just, I haven't gotten these for quite a while actually, so just a couple here. All right. So I need time for me, and the one sword. All right, so I need time for me. So this makes sense. All right, so the number 14 could also be really relevant, but I need time for me. So this is very much around this hermit energy, right? So still taking time out. This is for both of you as well. So still taking time out, still reflecting on things, really understanding how these healthier choices can be made. But then we've got the one sword. So that really is around revelation. All right, so this masculine certainly does want to come through, with this love offer, with this truth. So we've just got more cards just falling to the floor here. A lot of cards falling to the floor today. Those two cards as well was, you already know, and sometimes I wonder if you care. I don't feel like I need to take those, but it'd be interesting to see if they come out again. All right, so then we've got the number 15. So you make me want to do bad things. All right, so that obviously speaks to the connection between the two of you. A lot of chemistry here. Now, just a couple more here. Think before you act. So this is, yeah, here we go. So this is very much around everything we've been talking about. So this masculine really could have been quite an impulsive person. I think I also said that for yourself as well. It could be a little bit impulsive, but really learning how to think before actions are done here, which is also to do, with this hermit energy, that 7 of Cups energy, really making healthier choices here. And just 2 more, please, 2 more. There we go, there they are. Also, so we've got yes, but then we've also got seeking professional advice. So potentially this masculine might also be getting professional advice too, really trying to make those healthier choices, hermiting a little bit at the moment, really going into self-reflection here, which wouldn't surprise me. All right, so I hope that has provided some comfort, feminine. I think that the masculine is still going through, and you self as well, right? You're still both going through some real healing here, really still, working on your connection to source, really still working on those healthier choices. So I think for the moment, you've both still got a little bit of reflection here to do. But ultimately, at the right time, under divine time, that love offer will come through, but it has to come through at the right time. You both have to be in the place where it can come through for both of you. Beautiful. Okay, that's it. I'm being told to leave it there, so I'm going to leave it there. If you have made it all the way through to the end here, I would ask that you do like and subscribe if you're not already. Of course, it does help me, of course, but it really, more importantly, actually helps these messages get out to those that do need to hear them. So I would ask that you help support in that way as well. And that's it for today. So I'll see you in the next reading.